Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is George J. Papastrat. I'm running for U.S. House District 3 in Eastern North Carolina. Some of you heard my little spiel that we did at the Onslow County GOP convention. For those that didn't, I'll give that 60-second part of can't talk tonight first, and then I'll tell you a little bit about the platform. So I'm originally from upstate New York. I was in the Marine Corps. I started off as a public affairs specialist, and then I moved to counter intel. I did about 13 years, and I was medically retired from a spinal cord injury. And then I started working at Tideline Marine in Jacksonville. I now own Tideline Marine in Jacksonville. I am the only Department of Defense skills bridge training facility on this coast that offers free training to an active duty service member. I have a lieutenant colonel with me, a gunnery sergeant, and a chief warrant officer that all came from outside of this area to come work for me at Tideline on an internship where I provide them either a job skill set certification, which I can do through my business, or a jobs offer afterward. That's one of the small things outside of the flotilla, which we had 34 boats in this year that my wife and I put together through our Rotary Club, that we do in our community. I'm running for office because I asked for help from my elected officials, and I was met with what I believe was disrespect and not the best judgment call toward a veteran, because we are the largest military base in the East Coast. On the seaboard is Camp Lejeune. Today I was at a conference with the Jacksonville Chamber of Commerce, and the colonel, the base commander from New River, was sitting about this distance from me. And we had an elected official come give a brief to us today that works in Washington, D.C., who spoke about the 4 Marines that lost their lives this week. Not once did that elected official look at the base commander who was responsible for those 4 Marines, nor did he shake that man's hand at all in the time I was there. So when we have the 3rd largest group of Marines in the country, the biggest base on the eastern seaboard, and the largest group of veterans, which could be a huge resource, especially if we recruit and retain them to stay here and work in our communities rather than leaving as soon as they get out of the Marine Corps. Because a lot of Marines, some choose to stay like I chose to stay, but the majority choose to leave, whether it's after 4 years, 8 years, 12, and they'll leave this area. So if we build a better community relationship with our Department of Defense, which I've proven with a small business we can do and work together, then we increase our tax revenue by increasing jobs, bringing safe people into our communities, and hopefully building our communities back and better. I also want to work on small business and a couple other things, but I'm running out of time, and an important part about being in office is understanding your time limits. So you have to achieve a goal. You can say you have 3 minutes to talk and then pass it to somebody else so that we can achieve objectives. So I believe I'm close. So again, my name is George J. Papastrat. I'm running for U.S. House District 3 in North Carolina, and I look forward to speaking with you all later. Thank you.